Hello everybody, Realm Builder Guy, and welcome back to a new little mini guide, a quick guide, here on Crusader Kings 3, where I want to highlight 5 really fun achievements that you can do, and that I can do. And in fact, I'm going to let you guys have a say. You're going to stick around to the end of the video, so you see all 5 of these possible achievements, and then you're going to help me choose an achievement run for me to do. And I will do it here on the channel together with you and feedback in the comments and see what we can kind of build here together. Now, I'm not much of an achievement guy. I did it, well, that sounds dire. I have achievements life, but I'm talking about Crusader Kings right now. So in CK2, I did a few achievements. I've done it in EU4 and so on, but I've got more of a, let's call it RPG leaning into the way that I play, and a lot of times I felt that if I play achievements and really want to get after them efficiently, I would min-max and metagame and optimize and exploit and cheese. And after a while, I just find that a little bit boring. So that's just not the way I prefer to play it. So I do have some achievements to show here, and one of the things that I will then try to do is do one of these achievement runs whilst maintaining my core of the way I like to play this game, with at least a leaning towards RPG. And of course that means attributes and ability scores, things like that, will play into the decision making that I go for the character. So that's not a min-max optimized meta way of playing, that's an RPG immersive way of playing. Either way is fine. The one is just something more that I kind of enjoy, and it does add a certain level of difficulty to it in extension to what there is. So anyway, if you want to see the list of achievements, there is right at the bottom here, your start screen, you can see there's a little achievements button. You click on that and you can show all your unlocked or locked or all achievements. And as you can see, I haven't done any achievement runs yet in CK3, but that's something we're obviously going to change. So let's go through 5 really fun achievements. So first of all, nothing in very easy, but we are going to look at a few here under easy. The first one is the Emerald Isle. Starting as an Irish ruler, hold the Kingdom of Ireland. That's pretty straightforward. It's a great way to learn the core mechanics and get an achievement. Of course, achievement, you have to play in Iron Man mode. Which is always it always worries me a little bit for YouTube, because if something goes wrong and you can't go back, and it's a whole thing and it could ruin a series. But anyway, we will continue with this. So the Emerald Isle, you can start as an Irish ruler and hold the kingdom. Now, it doesn't say whether he has to be 867 or 1066. Either one of those start dates works. I have done this in 1066 as Munster. I have also almost achieved it in 867 as Munster. So it tends to be an easy, I'm not going to say a quick run, but I believe in 1066 I did it in about 2 hours of gameplay. So got through it relatively quickly. Obviously, this was the first time I even loaded up CK3, so I was still learning a few things. But anyway, that is choice number 1. Choice number 2, we're going to scroll down here to almost there. As almost Arpad, form Hungary and convert to Christianity. So, almost there, this is referring to, of course, the almost Arpad as the Magyar or the Hungarian Confederation in 867. You need to own the Kingdom of Hungary, be a Christian, and play as almost. So obviously, there ain't no dying. You die, you're done. So the goal here is to do it within Almos's life to convert to Christianity and form Hungary. So there's a bit of a timeline. It's considered easy towards medium. On CK3's wiki page, they consider it medium. So I think it's probably easier, but given that you have to do it within the lifetime of Almos, that's why almost there, that probably adds just that little bit of difficulty. So we've got in the Emerald Isle in 867 or 1066 start in Ireland, or here 867 almost there in Hungary. So the next one on the list, we're going to go here to Francocroatia. Now, this would fall into medium, though it could be a little bit medium towards harder. As a French Catholic, hold and completely control the kingdom of Thessalonica without holding or being vassalized to the Byzantine Empire, in fact. So, there's a note on the CK3 wiki page that you don't need to be independent or hold the Kingdom of Thessalonica title, and differently from what the description says, you don't need to be Catholic. You can be from any faith except Orthodox or Iconoclast. So you don't have to be a Catholic, but you do have to be French. So the goal, you definitely have to be French and completely control Kingdom of Thessalonica. Of course, you can do this in 1066 from within the Byzantine Empire. You can start as the Byzantine Empire, create a second empire title somehow, and then destroy the Byzantine Empire title, send your heir to be educated as a French Catholic, and wait until you play as him, and then do this, right? So that's one possibility. The other one is, of course, coming from outside and in. Now, there is one specific person in France that this looks like is most likely an easier start, and this is also noted as such on CK3's wiki page, and that is starting as Hastein, forget how I pronounce that, in 867. Why? Because he has got the Conquer Kingdom Casus Belli. So that means, Casus Belli, in fact, that he could conquer Thessaloniki and create the Kingdom of Thessalonica. Now, of course, he is not of French culture, but you can culture convert pretty early, and then try to conquer a county or something somewhere close to Byzantium and prepare to invade them. You know, get some allies and play that game until you're at a point where you're strong enough to take on the Byzantines and conquer Thessalonica. So that is another one that you could do. So this could be 1066 or 867 start. Now, the next one, we're going to scroll down here, and it is the Norman Yoke. Now, the Norman Yoke, as it says here, starting as William the Bastard in 1066, when the Norman invasion, become English and have only English vassals below you in the Kingdom of England. Now, as I mentioned in both my France guide and my 1066 Britain guide, oftentimes you just don't see William conquering England. And if he does, he doesn't maintain the throne very long. So, first things first, you've got to win the Norman invasion. So that's the first thing you got to check off. And you've got to become English in culture. And then anybody who is not English, you pretty much need to get rid of all their titles and become English along those lines. So this is one, it's considered a medium. I'd say this is actually relatively hard, to be honest. But we do have a hard one on here. That didn't sound good either. But if we scroll down here into hard, we have the final and fifth one that I just think is really, really interesting. And there are plenty of other interesting ones. But going through the list, the one that I personally just found intriguing was this one right here, and that is Al-Andalus. So starting as an Iberian Muslim, control all of Iberia, and take the Avenge the Battle of Tours decision. So that basically means any Muslims starting with the right culture and their capital in Iberia can do this achievement. Okay? So that means the culture is either Castilian, Basque, Portuguese, Catalan, Andalusian, Visigothic, or Suebi. Has to be Muslim and the capital in Iberia. So, I mean, in theory, you could do this whenever, right? But to me, looking at it, it makes more sense to start in 867 and be Visigothic. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, there are actually a few Visigothic Muslims in the 867 start. So that would make things rather interesting. See if you can take someone of the Visigothic culture group who is Muslim and convert all of Iberia to the Muslim faith. And then, of course, take the Battle of Tours decision. Battle of Tours decision, what do you get there? Well, you get plus 750 prestige, plus 500 piety, plus 25% fervor, minus 25% Catholicism, faith further, 33% chance each vassal or county in Western Europe to convert to the character's faith. Gain the Avenger nickname, gain Avenger of the Martyrs modifier. The key thing there, must be Muslim. Control the regions of Iberia and southern Francia. And realm capital is in one of the regions of Francia, Iberia, or Northwest Africa. So not only do you have to conquer all of Iberia and convert it, no, you need to control the regions of southern Francia as well. So this is definitely a hard one. So in the description down below is a link to a poll where you can vote once for which one of these you would like to see me do here on the channel with you together. And let me know in the comments if you've done any of these 5 really fun achievements: the Emerald Isle, Almost There, Norman Yoke, Francocroatia, and Al-Andalus. So let me know what you think. Please don't forget, links also in the description to Twitter, to Discord, and Patreon as well. So until next time, I am Rail Builder Guy, and I will talk to you soon.